keeps happening. The T113? Oh, looks like we're off.
All
And
right.
we got a fighter sword in the house. That means you go straight to escape.
Yeah, you can go straight back there and clear out the entire portion of escape. That's a really amazing find in Link's house.
Mm-hmm. Rick opted to kill both guards, even though you only need to kill one to get the triple. There's no triple for two. Good way to do it is sometimes to kill all four enemies here, and then you get to see the big triple. But if these guys save and quit without doing escape, I'll be just absolutely confused at their decision making. Just because, like, the whole point of like going here, like, why would you not? There we go. Okay, yeah, it looks like they are both gonna go ahead and complete all of the Hyrule Castle. Maybe we'll see a dark room here. I don't know their comfortableness with the sewers. It's probably me who's louder than the other. Oh, the tournament races, there's like hundreds of them. So.
Alright, so we'll first be able to see what Arious finds here in the first part of Escape. And we have in the very first chest just a piece of heart.
So far, other than the sword, nothing in Uncle's, and the sword is a good thing and a bad thing, because getting an early sword might be a sign that we're heading to Adrenum, but an early sword means that everything is a little bit easier. Although, to be honest, I'd just rather have an early hammer, or fire rod, or cane of Samaria. At least then I don't have to worry about finding that second sword and having to do Adrenum. I'd rather just find all the swords mid-game, once I'm already in Dark World.
Yeah, fully agree with you there.
It all depends on your... Oh!
There we go, Master Sword. Wow.
Adrenum seed confirmed. Okay. Just go up to Adrenum. If you find the... I'm just kidding, you probably shouldn't just go up to Adrenum. Even if you found the lamp here in its vanilla location. Although that would be pretty sweet. I would actually consider it just for the meme. Just do an Adrenum at the 3-minute mark.
Be the quickest Aghanim we'd see in this tournament, probably in a race ever. And what does the chest have? Just another heart. So getting a little healthy so far.
Lantern in Zelda Cell to add to Meryl. That would be nuts. Actually, if not only did the meme pay off, that would be the best part. Is if you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this as a joke. Oh wait, there's the moon pearl.
Also, both runners opting to take the southern route into Kakariko.
So yeah, they're both doing this route. No, I guess maybe neither of them are comfortable with the... what's it called? Oh yeah, wow, Rich just gets his 2 bombs right out of the bat. Doesn't have to strain transition.
Okay, now those are 50-50 bomb drops if I'm not mistaken, is that right? Alright, and we have some rupees there on the ledge, so looks like Arius is gonna go pick those up as well as Rick. That's a really nice early find, getting those getting that big chunk of rupees there. Allow you for some more bombs, because we're going to need some more bombs to finish checking out some of these overworld locations, as well as can even allow you to check the bottle vendor as well. So
yep, 100 rupees is definitely worth it if you're like trying to play safe and a bit more thorough. Not so much worth it if maybe you want to go as fast as possible, and nothing there, so boots not necessarily required just yet.
And just another piece of heart.
Yeah, Rick is
like...
gonna go open up the bomb hut here.
Yeah, and that's another really good choice. Saves you from having to buy bombs. You can get 4 bombs in this hut here, so really good choice from Rick. Whoo! The mitts! First pair of mitts here. That was in the chicken hut. It looks like Arious is going to go ahead and get bombs out of this bombable hut here as well.
Ooh! Yeah. It's really nice. This seed's pretty generous so far. Like, we're already got Master Sword and Gloves, so... Gloves probably means we won't have to do Adinum. It's usually an early Gloves is a nice sign. But obviously we could just get a bunch of other traversal items. Maybe we find Hook Shot, and we just don't find Hammer or the other piece of glove.
Yeah, and you know, coming in through the south part of Kakariko, there's still a ton of locations left here.
Yep.
Plus in the southern part of Hyrule as well, so you know, you never know. Maybe
we're gonna
find our Dark Lord Axe here.
We're gonna see all 10 of these items that kind of much quicker because they both took a different path. So
we get some rapid fire items here.
Oh,
Tempered Sword.
Already. Moon Pearl. Bottle. Okay,
Holy cow.
Wow. So that's what we have here. And then one more item right here is heart. Okay. So interesting. So one thing they could do is they could actually, if it's, didn't see if it was a gold bee, but if it is, they can actually release it to the bottle vendor and get 100 money. But sometimes it locks on to the... Oh, and it's just 20 rupees. Sometimes it locks on to, like, the sign. There's, like, a very specific way to sell him a bee.
Yeah, it can be pretty precise. I know I've tried to give him a bee a couple times, and it just flies around there and just doesn't do anything.
So what's happening is that, for whatever reason, the weather vane, well, it still has the soy duck inside of it. It's like an enemy to the bee. So the bee tries to kill it, but it's because it's an entity. So if you do it after it's released, it doesn't go over there. It only does that when the weather vane is still there. Rick is opting not to go straight to the bottle vendor, probably just going to put it with some other checks later, because there's a lot of loose squares in Kakariko Village. Oh, but Arious not checking the forest right away.
Yeah, they may be comboing it into this check here. They're, you know, since they did start here at Sanctuary, they may just come back up here, and then possibly save and quit back to Link's house afterward. Or actually, no, he's gonna go check the back of Escape here.
This could be a mistake. I think Rick is probably gonna go all. I don't know if he's gonna save and quit here or walk into the Lumberjack Cave because we still don't know if that's needed. Rick picks up 3 bombs and is save and quitting, so we'll probably be picking up some of these. Titan's Mitts in the Escape.
So that's our Dark World access there.
And they already had a key, so if they knew the Dark Room, they could have actually just gone all the way through the sewers if they really wanted to on their first trip.
Yeah, so it looks like Arious is going to go ahead and navigate that Dark Room. Meanwhile, Rick is going to go and check the dam here.
Yeah. Rip Aga for now. We don't know what's in the Lumberjack tree just yet, so we're going to find out if the sewers are required. Now, where's the golden sword in Light World? Come on, give it to us. Like, I don't know, Ice Rod Cave. I like that. I want to see
Yeah.
Ice Rod Cave golden.
Yeah, I'd say Ice Ride Cave, or maybe even the mini Moldorum Cave. Just give it all to us right at the beginning.
Just like, no troll, just give the golden sword.
Yeah,
I don't want to see them get armor then. I want them to actually have to use that golden sword properly, not just stumble through the game killing things by accident. I want to see them have to think.
yeah. Let's have all of our mail upgrades in Ganon's Tower and all of our swords early.
So no mirror. I like what Arious is doing, not going straight to Dark World. If you have mirror, I see a lot of runners like have the mirror and then not like enter Dark World right away, even though they have Light World left. Like, because you can save so much time doing that. Oh, and there's a heart, piece of heart, red rupee, golden bombs. Okay,
Wow.
well, that was a dud.
You know, that's honestly quite rare for this mini Moldorum Cave. Usually we see at least 1 or 2 items in there.
Well, when we've already seen so many like good items, it's somewhat more likely just because of the way the logic works. It would be very uncommon for this many good items to be in both Kakariko and Mini Moldorm.
Yeah, true. Although, one thing I do like about the seeds so far, aside from the items, they are getting pretty healthy early on, so it's going to make their first trips into the Dark World a bit safer as well. I'm a big fan of some early health, so.
So we have a Eastern Palace Fat Fairy Crystal. So Bo is going to be deep into Total Rock as our go mode item. Bombing the kind old man there. Or young man, whatever. Oh, was that Silvers? Or is that just
No,
plus
that's
10?
just like that thing was a +5, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw the AG.
So, Rick not saving, quitting out. He does have the money for Zora.
The money.
He can water walk as well with the Moon
Yeah.
Pearl, so he's likely going to go ahead and check out those locations in the Hobo and see what's on the Hylia Island as well.
Yeah, stepping out on the forest for Arious has left him short of money, and now he's going to go do that. We might get to see Lumberjack Cave as well here.
Oh, that's right, we haven't seen that yet.
No, a V18 seed we'd already be in go mode, and most of the people would have left because that's sort of boring. Kappa.
Now, we did see that the single arrow was on Hylia Island, so unfortunately neither one of our runners are likely going to be picking that up since it's definitely out of their way. So rip validation arrow. And
Oh, and the flute sequence broke. Holy crap, that's huge. Rick was 1 pixel up and 1 pixel below the jump there. It literally missed it slightly. How do you do fake flippers from old man? What? How did the what? I don't.
I think they're talking about the hobo under the bridge. There's a specific I want to say is like what? I don't think it's pixel perfect. I think it's like 6 pixels, like 5 or 6 pixels.
There's because like the ledge jumping off of things. There's not like not every pixel. Like some pixels are just it's out there. Say, oh no.
So close.
So if you're wondering why we were worried with him being at 3 hearts and that was just a fireball, if you get hit by a fireball, you die if you're in fake flipper mode. It's a safety put in by the devs for the fake flippers so that you don't lose all your progress.
Yeah, because in the vanilla game, if I'm not mistaken, it puts you into into a soft lock state where pretty much would have to.
There's a bottle. We won't be seeing that, so that's good. So this fake flipper is already profitable. Like this is gonna speed up Rick so much.
Yeah. So we do see Arious going straight into Skull Woods here.
Yeah. roughly 35-40% chance of a progression item to be in Skullwoods, some part of Skullwoods. Although that's lower than V25 just because they did do a slight change to how the keys generate in this dungeon, which has made it so that it's just less profitable. Like if there's progression, there's a higher chance now of it being on Mothula, which means essentially you can't like. It used to be very good because the progression was almost always like in the first half.
Right.
It's probably the most barren inventory I've ever seen. Yeah, there's actually only bombs and like a bottle. Yep, Mothula can't have a key anymore, so it's more likely to have a. Okay, so he's got his Titans before going to pick up his flute. So he's got better routing. Also, we have 3 pendants at Skullwoods, which I guess he didn't check before coming here. Misery Mire and Ice Palace.
Yeah, and we did see that Turtle Rock is the other crystal for the Pyramid Fairy as well. So,
well, we don't know that flute's optional because we don't know if there's a chance that it wasn't that it's now lost something. Like that might be their only access to Death Mountain, like by the logic, because if Torch is up there.
Yeah, because if the lamp is up there, I mean, there's still several places that the flippers could be. There
Also,
could be hiding in Eastern Palace.
Flippers saves a ridiculous amount of time. Or sorry, flute. So even if it wasn't required for the logic, it is so good. We also, yeah, correct. Maze and Aphros brings up a good point. We don't know where the book is, and the book, without the book, flute is sometimes required for Desert Palace. Desert Palace has a lot of items that can get you inside of it. Well, it's got 2 different ways to get inside.
Yeah, you either need the
Rick does have gold gloves, yes.
Yeah, so to get into the desert, you need either it's just the book or the Titan's Mitts, flute, and mirror, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, Chain of Samaria already.
That's a nice find. So many times I've seen Chain of Samaria and Misery Mire, so
hopefully Rick. I'm hoping that Rick is going to not get distracted by that cane. Like, he sequence broke to get this, so to get the flute. So I hope he doesn't think, well, now I have to go to Misery Mire. It's almost directed me there. Like if he gets the hook shot or the boots as well, because that would be a pretty hard direct sign to go there with this flute. Also, I don't know when Arious is going to get this flute. Like, this flute's going to save him so much time.
Yeah, so...
Well, I'm just saying, I understand it's not, it's a lot of dependencies on if Arious is going to be good, chat. I'm not saying, he would go right now.
Yeah, I think what you were getting at is, with a lot of times in these randomizers, the game gives you breadcrumbs as to where it kind of wants you to go. So, seeing the Cane of Samaria as well as having the flute and all that, that's Misery Mire is one of the key locations that comes to mind.
Well, flippers can't be in Ganon's tower. That would be impossible. Yep. I agree with the Ampharos. Mirror would be very nice. Going to Mire area without Mirror is pretty mediocre play. Mitts and Tempered 20 minutes in. Yep, and the Flute, if you sequence break, and the Cane. So.
And then, so far, the only thing we've really seen in those first 4 chests in Thieves Town from Arious is just that that fighter shield. So nothing really big here yet. See what Arius finds here in this chest. So nice having Tempered Sword to kill those little grasshoppers. Ooh, we have the hammer.
Oh wow, that's nice to find. Like in the dungeon itself.
Yeah, that completely opens it up.
That opens up the seed a lot too. Having hammer is quite nice.
Yeah, so yeah, at this point, it's safe to say that Aghanim is pretty much off the table with finding that hammer.
Yeah, there's always the chance that you find the hammer in like pod or something, and it's required to get to the pod, like the northeast side of Dark World. You need the hammer, and in vanilla, it's the opposite. You need the hammer to get out of the northeast side. It's kind of funny how Randomizer kind of flips things on its head a lot.
But you know, that's a great thing about Randomizer, though, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't know, I don't say he's 100% alive and gonna stay that way. We do have to kill him eventually. That is a requirement. Bow being pedestal, yes. Bow can very often be in pedestal. There's only like 3 or 4 item locations that are locked behind it, so.
Alright, so Arius, the first one into their blind fight.
Oh, Arius slightly missing the optimal strategy there. Rick being turned into a bunny, which all the bunny animation is for the bunny is he loses his mail. Rick is also grabbing the extra heart along here. Has a very long extra heart. I don't like when people take it. It just seems to take way too long. But if you need it, you need it. I didn't even know it was there for the longest time.
Yeah, I didn't know it was there until about a week ago. I think I saw somebody go up there and grab it. I never even realized it was there.
He loses a heart fighting that guy who then drops a heart. Doesn't pick up the heart. The very short gets all these safety hearts, but doesn't get the one that he was standing right beside. Somewhat funny.
Now, maybe saving it for right before he goes to fight Blind.
Maybe.
And we get to see what the hammer pegs hold here for Arius.
Mm-hmm. Although not going to grab the old man first is a little... Oh yeah, no, never mind. He has to save it for it anyway, so... This is fine. Probably just going to do a big ol' round the world tour with him. And there is silver arrows under the pads.
So these guys are already set for Ganon now. Tempered sword, silver arrows, make for a really quick and easy fight.
Mm-hmm. stocking up on bombs by grabbing those 2 extras. So, I mean, you can actually just stab Ganon. You don't need the silver arrows to kill Ganon. You're gonna see the digging name, and there's our item. Just a full heart. Why does everyone cheer at sporting events when everyone can see what just happened? But what?
To celebrate what they see?
Yeah, the cheer isn't to let people know that something happened. The cheer is to say, hey, that thing that happened. It's the same reason that we get excited or chat gets excited over an item pickup.
And speaking of item pickup, we did find the bug net.
Arious, yeah, like Bugnet. Bugnet, chat loves Bugnet. They cheer about Bugnet all the time. With the silver arrow, that's cheering. Or not silver arrow. I'm just not like a yelly hype commentator. I mean, I will be when... Usually once tension builds up. That's when you hear me get excited. Early game is like, oh sweet, we found this item. Oh sweet, we found this item.
Yep,
Go mode gets me excited. That's the thing that always gets me hyped. Especially if it's like been building up for a while. It's like, oh, we need these items. Oh, we got the items. That's always my favorite.
Yeah, I'd say
and hype cave here is absolutely nothing. Oh, I don't yell the go mode like some people. Go mode is go mode's the worst. Yeah, I agree. I think my favorite thing in Randomizer is the tension while waiting for go mode. Like, you've got like everything but one item and you're just like looking for it. Oh, that's always the best. And like the tension when they both have different go mode items to find and you're just wondering who will make the right decision. Ugh.
And unfortunately, Rick having to burn his blue potion and blind. He's had a little bit of trouble there getting hit by those fireballs, but makes it out safely. And on the pyramid ledge, looks like it was just rupees.
It doesn't matter if your blind fight is rough, as long as you beat him. Oh, and Rick is they're making pretty much the same decisions. Oh yeah, the one thing that Rick did is he has that flute. That's why he looked slightly behind, because he got that flute sequence broken.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see where we're gonna find the flippers to see where the logic intended for you to go to get that flute.
Now it's possible that flute's 100% not needed for this seed, and if so, that's just an advantage to Rick, honestly.
Yeah. And Arious going straight up to the catfish here. See if our Quakefish has anything useful here. And just a piece of heart. So once again, this seed giving him a lot of health, a lot of heart pieces, a lot of heart containers early on.
Yeah, Ralph is my name. We actually, it's been, I can't remember what logic what could be put on the pedestal in. I want to say it was like V21-ish. It was post-tournament logic, because the tournament could not have the bow. That was a change in law. That was one of the changes. Now where's Arious going with his items? Is he going to Pod? That's an interesting play based on what he has. He never did do the Smith Fetch quest, which it looks like Rick is going to do. We'll see where he decides to go with it. Is he going to take his buddy around the world as far as Arious? Oh, he's saving quit without doing anything. What?
Oh, looks like he's going to go over towards Eastern Palace now to get these other locations.
Did he forget? Did he forget he didn't have his mirror? I guess so.
Yeah,
That
because it
must
looked like
be
he
what
was headed
happened.
over. Yeah, it looked like he was headed over this way to go into to check both this area and Pod. That realized, oh, I haven't checked Eastern yet. Let's go check that first.
Yeah, Eastern is much quicker. You can check more items slightly faster. At the very least, like these 3 items right here could completely change your route. Yep, I agree with what Ampharos says. Starting a play and then aborting it for pretty much. That's a good cave.
Whew!
Holy crap. Wow. Mirror and Fire Rod. That's huge. Wow.
Sahasra holding out on us.
Wow, I was just thinking you could find the mirror in the light world half of this. And okay, so his retreat there actually so just as I was saying, it was a bad idea to go back on the play he was making. Paid plays off. And it looks like Rick is actually going to take the die for a lawn trip. Asa's Cave, wow. And just to think about it, that means that the game kind of like put the mirror in as accessible as it could, even though it doesn't look like it being in Sasha's Cave, which is a little bit out of the way. Now, what that does is that actually opens up a lot of locations for Rick with his flute. Now, he can do the desert with the items there, unless it's boots locked. But he will need to get that mirror. So, this is V27. Yep, Sarah points out. Yeah, Mirror, Hammer, Mitts, Pearl is the majority of Death Mountain. It's desert, mire. This is just very good all around for Rick. If he gets that mirror. It depends on where he goes after this. He has the loot, so he might go somewhere else.
Yeah, nice routing. Remember, he didn't go and check the bottle vendor in Kakariko when he got that early bottle, so tying that into the smith here, so good decision there by Rick.
Yeah, I liked his decision of skipping that. There's so many reasons that you end up back in this location, so. Who's ahead at the moment? It's impossible to tell because they have taken very different routes. Rick has a flute which could distract him from going to Eastern, which has the mirror and the fire rod. And he just made a play with the smiths that did not pay off. But he didn't go to Catfish. Oh, and he's going to Death Mountain, and where we know that this isn't necessarily the right play. Now, if we find the lamp on Death Mountain, we do know that that's going to make it so that what's it called? That means that the flippers are not lamp locked. So it's depending on what we find on Death Mountain to tell a lot about the sea, just because we found flute in such an interesting spot.
Yeah, it can really help to narrow down a lot of where some of these items could be located.
Also, I think that with this sequence break to Death Mountain, this does put Arious as technically in the lead just because he found those 2 items. It really depends on how important those flippers are. If flippers are actually like go mode, then this could be really bad for Rick. Like if everything you can do is just without the flute, that could be bad. We'll see though. Oh, and that's the Tainaverna, which is not as hype as some other items, and a small T, so he can continue on. He can do the Dark Maze if he wants. And Rick is done here, I think.
Yeah, without that mirror, that's all he can really check here.
Yep. See where he decides to go. He's going to 4. Oh, he's gonna go get that mirror.
Ooh.
It's to be
We
bit.
found the. We just found the ice rod.
Oh wow, that's. Whoa. Wait, well, minus medallion. That's huge. Early Turtle Rock is like basically confirmed.
Yeah, and we did see that there was the ether medallion up on Spectacle Rock, so
Yeah.
that could be, Turtle Rock right there.
Arious to go to Death Mountain, clear Turtle Rock now. Yep. It depends. There's a lot riding on what Turtle Rock is now. Now the big question is what Turtle Rock is. Now what's Rick gonna do with this mirror they just found? Oh, he's just flew away. He's going back to Death Mountain.
Mm.
Oh no, he's not.
Or...
I switched to his. Oh, what? Where are you going? Okay.
Where are you going, Rick?
He's gonna go eastern. Ooh, interesting.
Maybe check the first couple locations in eastern, then flute down to the portal there, the Dark World portal.
Oh. It's very that pause messed me up. I thought he like stopped for a second to like rethink his decision because he's flopped to mirror, and I thought maybe he pressed the button. It's starting from Rick is a bit strange. Yeah, a lot of this also depends on these runners' ability to do dark rooms. Oh, okay, so Arious is also going to check Eastern.
Yeah, and from what I've seen from Arious so far, it looks like he's done every dark room that he's come across so far, so I think it's fairly safe to say that he's at least comfortable with them, or at least knows how to get through them. I don't know if anybody's ever 100% comfortable with a dark room, but...
I am with a few. I think there are lots of runners who are 100% comfortable with some dark rooms. The only thing that trips me up in the second dark room in this place, the one leading to Armos, is like the randomness of the popos.
Yeah, those can get a little bit tricky.
If they weren't random, like that dark room would be fine, but they do move. They do just decide a random direction. The only dark room that I absolutely cannot do, and I will avoid like the plague, is the dark room for Misery Mire. Just don't understand it at all.
Yeah, Misery Mire's definitely a tricky one. That's actually one of the first ones that I learned. So,
missing out on the ice rod in this seed could be a gigantic problem if it's ether, because he's gonna go back to Death Mountain and he just won't have that ice rod. Yeah, I know that I have to work on like Misery Mire Dark. It's such a weird one. It's only the last, it's only that one.
The button room.
Yeah. Arious doing no sequence breaks? No, he's done sequence breaks. He's about to do one right now. But he just hasn't had a good opportunity. He didn't have $500 to do Zora when it was a good option.
And just have a compass, so nothing in Eastern so far. So let's see what Rick decides to do. See if he decides to try to go towards Pod or back up to Death Mountain. Oh, he's going to Mire.
Mire, I like it. This gives him information on if desert is required. Hey. he is definitely a opponent of the due Eastern early. I am officially an opponent of it after wasting 25 minutes doing pod and Eastern without a bow yesterday. It just takes it just takes a few bad seeds to add up. Also, if you are here because you saw a tournament match on a channel you didn't recognize, by the way, please do follow this channel. There's also a second, third, and fourth channel. These channels are now where the secondary tournament is going to be, and as well as other content to be determined by the owners of the channel. This is it's basically ran by the Randomizer devs, plus Sakura Tsubasa and a few others. But that's pretty much it. You can just follow the channels. Make sure you do. Also the runners, if you like what you see. And we have a map. So it is Hammerlock or Boots Locked.
Right. And Arious deciding to go straight towards Mothula now.
Yeah, I think there's some key sanity talk going on. I really like the idea behind key sanity, especially since lots of dungeons have extra keys that are never necessary. So it's like really good to know when you have enough keys to beat a boss, like, and just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. Now, you can beat some dungeons with like 2 keys, and there's like 7. Pod's a great example. I think you can beat Pod with 2 small keys and a big key. It might even just be 1. You might be able to beat it with just 1 small key.
Oh, let's see. There's the.
Because I'm telling you, just go right side and you're done.
Yeah.
There's the one to get to Helmasaur, and I think there's one. No, yeah, you can beat it with one key. 1 key with bow. Just to access the bow room. Or no, sorry, just after the bow room. So yeah, it's little things like that. You can be like, oh wow, I have the 1 small T. So now we have Ether. Oh man, what if Ether is Turtle Rock? What if he goes in there and makes the gamble without the Ice Rod? That'll feel really bad.
That would.
And Mothula down. Let's see if Mothula drops something.
And
Big
Mothula
key.
has a big.
So big key can't be a small key. Just as a small FYI. So if he hasn't found an item yet, it has to be. So if so here's an interesting V27 logic tidbit. This chest here is going to be a key. I'm like 95% sure of it, and because Mothula can't be a key, and it can't lead to a key. Oh, it has to wait. Yeah, I actually knew that. So that's a very small thing that had to be a key because the big key cannot lead to a small key if it's on Mothula.
That's some good information to have. That's something I didn't know.
Yeah, it's just in the changelog is that Mothula can't have a small key or lead to a small key anymore.
So then, it looks like our last item is going to be in that big chest here in Skullwood. So let's see if it's some sort of progression.
So another thing is Hera gonna hold progression? I didn't even keep track of Rick's side because I was watching Arius's when he got into the moth fight. And I was curious to see if my hypothesis was correct on the key thing.
Yeah, so far Rick's only found 1 item here in Tower of Hera.
Oh, the hook shops!
Oh my gosh!
Oh man, Rick is oh man, Rick's just getting punished with this flute. Actually, this flute's actually not negatively affecting his run. in a way.
Yeah, it's taking him places where he really shouldn't be quite yet, and...
Oh, so Dodson brings up a good point. That was actually Pendant Moth that Arious did. Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and there's the powder. I guess we're getting... No, we can't get that.
Yeah, we don't have the cape
Oh,
yet.
let's see. Come on, Mirror. Just Mirror. No, 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 no. Go back and Mirror. No. Go to Death Mountain, please. Ice Rod is in Pod, and it was a sequence break as well, I think. Pretty sure it was in a dark room.
Actually, no. Ice Rod was in the room south of the 4 turtles.
Oh,
where
the turtles?
Spikes go
Okay.
back and forth.
Yeah, that's very easily. So, you probably heard this a lot in the first half of this tournament. You probably heard the words, "To the Rock" is, Pod is bow locked for the most part, logically. Well, that's not true anymore. It's depending on where the keys are, you can absolutely... Oh, using the block, get rid of it. So
Yeah,
I found out the block actually lasts for less time in... where is it? In GT. The GT, blocks deal more damage to the Samaria block, for some reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it only takes 3 shots for the Samaria block to break in GT. And there's the other upgrade in the basement. It is nothing. So we're gonna see. Oh, Arious is. Okay, I was very confused with that. Yeah, he went all the way up for some reason. Okay, so I don't know why he didn't just here. I guess he really wanted to check the graveyard ledge.
Yeah, it was pretty close. It was pretty much right there.
No, the anti-fairy didn't hit the block at all when I was checking it in GT. It only took 2 or 3 of the blocks to break the Samaria block in the, when I was doing it. Because I was doing it in Entrance Shuffler, and I was very scared of dying. So I had 3 hearts in GT. I was like, I don't want to be here right now, but I feel like... And it led to a sword, so I was quite happy. Old Man Dark is extremely easy, yeah. There's no enemies that will, actually do anything to you. Let's watch to have something, I think. Oh, there's still a lot of places these runners can check. But considering they've sequence broken at this point to be here, it's very possible. Eastern is easy without a sword. With a sword, and it gets a little bit harder otherwise. The flute was on the hobo. It was a sequence break. Oh, the shovel? Oh. Also, we know that the powder is behind something, so that's very curious. Oh no, and when Arious goes to Death Mountain, he's gonna be able to do Hookshot Cave.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Arious is pretty far ahead right now. Oh, blue mail. And that's about it. I don't know when Rick's gonna... If Bo is hookshot locked, then... First off, that's awful. Second off, this is just gonna be really rough for Rick. Whereas Boing Boing, big chest in Skullwoods behind Pendant Mothula.
Yeah, that's awful. Having, typically you see runners avoiding independent bosses if they can. So it's really hard to see, or it's really hard to say when Rick is going to go back over there to get the big key off of Mothula and check that last location. Thankfully he does know that there is, still one location in Skull Woods, so uh, hopefully he'll go back and check it sooner rather than later. Now that he does have that fire rod, so.
Well, so somebody mentioned in V27 you can't really skip pendant bosses. That's just, you have to remember that there is like hundreds of millions of possibilities for a seed. So it is very possible. Oh, what? Oh, it is Ether!
Oh,
Oh no! He's going into Turtle Rock. Without
Oh,
the.
God.
Oh no, this is awful for Rick. He pretty much has to find the bow in the first half of Turtle Rock, but then that means he's not doing it. Oh! Arious falls. Can be bow or boots in there, yeah. Somebody mentioned that. Oh no.
Yeah, this means Arius, once he's done here in Tower of Hera, can go
He
in
can
there.
complete it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
I am worrying. He just opened it, but this is bad for Rick. Oh, and there's the book. That's gonna make him wander even farther away. Oh, the bow is gonna be. It's gonna be the decider here, I think. If Rick can find the bow fast enough, then he's fine. If bow is hookshot locked in hookshot cave, for example, like Rick is completely destroyed. He is gonna go to Turtle Rock.
No.
Because he can check everything but Chinex.
And he's going to be really frustrated because once he finds out how close he was to getting that ice rod, it was literally just a dark world away from when he was back at Eastern Palace.
The bow can't be in TR? Yes, it can. Bow could easily be flute locked. We don't know where the lamp is. We don't know where the flippers are. There's lots of questions. At this point, this seed's like actual logic doesn't even matter anymore. Like, we're so far gone from the actual logic of this seed. Why can the bow not be? No, it can be. That's what we're saying.
And Rick without the hookshot's going to take the long way around here.
Well, he has to because he doesn't have a hook shot. Yeah, we literally don't know where. Like, they either need to find. So where could the flippers or the lamp be? I'm confused now.
Let's see, the flippers or the lamp. There are a couple. I know there's a mirror spot we haven't checked.
Oh, Agina! We haven't checked Agina yet.
Yeah, we haven't checked Agino. We haven't checked. There's the mirror spot below the Haunted Grove.
Nope, we checked it. Rick checked it.
Oh, he did?
Yep, it was nothing. I think it has to be Agina. Quick question: would a logicalness seed be completable using old liches, including EG? Logicless, yes. You can get everywhere an item is with EG, as far as I know. That's why I believe that you can pretty much get anywhere. But I guess it's possible it's not, yeah.
And
But
we did just have the flippers.
So, using EG, Exploration Lich, yeah, TR flippers, that's freaking nuts, man. This is crazy. Wait, where's the lamp? What? I'm so confused.
Well, I mean,
I guess it has to be at Agina. Oh wow, nice laid. Nice kill. Just before he got turned into a bunny.
Yeah, I think Lamp almost has to be at Agana at this point. So I really don't think there's any other locations that we have access to that aren't at this point sequence break, locked behind that. So
You know what I think? Why people don't understand why dungeons seem to have items almost every time. People don't 100% understand how the logic generates items. So for people curious, I did see something like, oh well, this dungeon always has something. It seems the logic places all the items before it places all the keys, maps, and etc. So, for example, it placed the flippers before it even placed a single key. The only exception to this is that it places some number of junk, non-progression, it places like items that aren't inventory items in GT. Some number of them randomly. Ice Palace's pendant and Tiara's crystal, yes. This is starting to be very interesting. Like I said, it really depends on where Bo is. Yeah. Oh, Rick died? Is that? I assume that's just to gain health.
yeah, he had 2 hearts left and Barry to head into the back part of Turtle Rock. So I think it was just a safety there to make sure he has enough health to make it in case he gets hit by a roller here, or a couple of the fire bar shots in the dark room coming up. Because without that hook shot, you don't really have any way to get any invincibility frames if they're in your way.
Yeah, another thing is game is always completable, 100%. So the logic doesn't just want to beat Ganon; it technically wants you to get every chest. So, and there are some very rare situations where if you do some very minor glitches, oh, Rick's doing this room. This room dark is not too terrible because you have the fire bars to kind of know where you are. Oh, is he doing this right? Yes.
Yeah.
Nope. No, he turned around somehow. Is he doing it the other way? He is. I don't know if he knows where he is right now.
Huh.
Oh yeah, no, he does. He's
There we
doing
go.
it. Yeah, he's on the right path. There we go. Rick is, well, yeah, Rick's pretty far behind right now. Unless he finds the boat. The boat here would actually help a lot. Rick has to, uh-oh. Okay, good. The guy fell down. Rick, I think you're a little too close. Okay, good, he wasn't. Whew. I don't think
Taking that intentional death there as well to get some health back to check the laser
Yeah.
bridge here.
Just gonna face tank laser bridge, I see. A man of culture. Oh. Like, oh, half magic, that's nice.
Yeah, it's a nice find there.
He really, really needs that bow though. Like I said, like I really think he does. Oh yeah, there was nothing in there's only Quake in Hotshot Cave then? I totally missed Hotshot Cave completely.
So did I. I was busy watching Rick navigate that dark room.
The only difference I see is
Fortunately, I missed it.
Quake.
Quake and Red Mail, looks like.
Now it's It's still kind of complicated to figure out if oh no, he didn't find the bow here. Oh no. I think, like, Arious could still get trolled, so... Where's Rick going? He has this book. Is he checking Ether then?
Oh.
Looks like it. Good news for Rick, China says the map. That's good. Bad news for Rick, he didn't get to kill Trinex.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, that does put him just a little bit...
Okay.
Hmm.
Gonna do Smotula now, it looks like. Not actually what he wants to do. This is very bad for Rick. Well, it is what he wants to do because he needs a hook shot, but it's not what he wants to do otherwise.
Wow. If he gets coming back here, if he gets that hook shot, you think he'll go back up to Death Mountain to check hook shot cave?
Maybe?
Probably hook shot cave and then maybe swamp?
Yeah, or maybe swamp first? Swamp and Bombos?
Hmm.
I don't know. There's lots of options.
Does have to be a little careful here. He is down to 3.5 hearts and already used that blue potion that he had earlier, so it's going to make this fight just a little bit more tricky. Rywick, we did already see a pyramid check. I believe there was just 50 rupees on the pyramid.
Why is everyone ripping pet? I'm pretty sure it can still be boots.
I believe Rick just went and checked it.
Oh.
I didn't quite see what was on there, so...
Sorry, I got distracted by something.
Here.
IRL.
Yeah, by chat's reaction here, it looks like it is not something that's required.
I usually check it after. That's why I didn't see it.
And Rick taking another death warp here, getting some of that health back so we can go and have a little bit easier of a fight against Mothula. And Arious back at the start of... Well, back at Turtle Rock now.
Oh, did he skip this chest? You're not in go mode, dude. Can't skip that chest. Costly gamble.
Yeah, it does give Rick just a little bit more time to help catch up a little bit, but not much.
What? Wasn't he already... What? Did he not do this from either? What is happening here?
I don't know.
Is he death warping to the laser part? No? What? Okay.
Alright.
I don't know what's happening on Arius. I'm getting very confused. Oh, he's dying for more life, but you can just walk through the chain chomp room. You don't have to go through the dance. Interesting.
Alright, so with that, Rick does take down Mothula, gets that big key. So he'll likely be going to pick up his hook shot here real quick, and then from there, who knows what's gonna happen.
AC just taking us for a ride.
The 5 and 6 dungeons are Eastern Palace and Turtle Rock. So this is one of the two that Arious is in right now. Alright, so let's see where Rick decides to go from here.
There's a lot of options. Mirror to use his flute. So a big thing is when Arious is going to check Hobo. Hobo is kinda sort of out of the way for a lot of people in their minds. Is he going to Swamp? Because that seems like the best play.
It does look like he is. It's a really good
we
play.
don't need a flute. Or sorry, a lamp.
Yeah, I do like the play on Swamp Palace here. There's a lot of items potentially in Swamp Palace. I believe there's a total of 6 that you can get out of here. So it's a really item-rich location that could hold the last little bit of progression that we are looking for. Which at this point, I believe it's... Well, we need, what, the boots? I mean, technically we need the... Well, the game wants us to have the lamp. Technically we don't need it with the fire rod now. The bow, and I think that's it.
Okay, so is he going to... Yeah, he is going to do the full... I think this is the right play.
Now, did we see all the dungeon items? No, we didn't. Or, no, I don't. I think Trinex is gonna have a dungeon item.
Nope.
I don't think there's 2 of them on the laser bridge.
Yeah, there's a map, somebody already said. The lamp is logically only needed for Swamp here. Well, it's also needed... No, it actually isn't. What? No, it's needed for like 4 dungeons. Just to beat them. The only dungeon that... Like, it's not needed for Meyer, but we don't know if Meyer has, like, bow or not yet.
Alright, and Arious does take a death there, likely to go ahead and top off his health before going to Trinex. Arious having a little bit of trouble getting that switch there. And still not much in Swamp Palace.
Ah.
Nice, clean first stage of Trinex here.
Yeah, the lamp can absolutely not be in a lamp locked location. I mean, if it was, this would actually, I believe, be a reset, regardless of what was happening. I don't know what the rules are, because it in theory possible. Like, if something went very wrong when the seed was being made, there is possibility of bugs in the logic occurring. But these, they have pretty thorough checks in place. Like, even when you're creating your own seed, if you try to put something where it can't be, the game freaks out at you, and it just won't let you create the seed. You have to, like, turn off the logic checks to make quote-unquote impossible seed, since they removed the minor glitches logic. So can be in the start of a dark dungeon, absolutely, but we've seen the starts of all the dark dungeons, so it's got to be something else. It's got to be in Agina, I believe. It's pretty much its only spot left. Probably a few other like small spots. Could be in the purple chest. Oh, we are going to get the ether tablet here.
Alright. What does Ether have?
Yeah, props to the devs for sure. I believe that I want to say there was at least one error in V18 tournament. I want to say I heard about something going wrong in the V18 tournament. Ped check. Ped is dead. No Ped.
Yeah, unfortunately, Pedestal is dead. Also, so far, Swamp not really paying off. I think all that Rick has found here is just pieces of heart. And Arious gonna go over and check Desert. Maybe we'll get to see what Agana has now. Alright, he is heading up that way, so what does Agana hold? Is it indeed the lamp? No, it's just 20 rupees.
Oh, I guess purple chest then.
Ooh, the bow!
Rick's trying to get his ice rod and stuff.
Oh.
Ah! Glitched staircase. My favorite glitch. Just
Now,
like
is it?
You're just kind of stuck in the staircase for some reason.
Now, do you know if there's any way to guarantee yourself not getting stuck in those stairs?
I've done it once where I've like escaped that staircase, but no, that staircase is the staircase from hell. So I don't know what causes it, because it only happens if you enter the room from like. But I don't know what causes it. I'll be honest. I don't know what's wrong with that staircase.
Well, so Arious is gonna go ahead and check out Desert. Now this is boots locked, so after this first chest, you'll likely leave out of here.
The weirdest thing is, I discovered another one of those staircases. I don't know how, but in Thieves Town, I got stuck inside of a staircase once.
Oh, really?
Yep. I was inside the staircase. I was like, and just kind of walked back. I was like,
which staircase was that one? Was it the?
It was the one. It was just the one with the spikes. I don't know what I did.
Wow.
I don't know what I did that day. I was very confused. I assume that it has something to do with like being displaced. Like it's similar to Houlihan in that it only occurs if you're displaced.
I mean that would make sense. But
Was Hammer lamp locked? Where was Hammer?
Hammer was in Thieves Town, so no, it was not.
Definitely not. Nope.
It was actually in the chest. You have to throw the bomb on the floor to bring the light into Blind's room. So looks like Arious is also going to be making that play onto Swamp Palace, so they're going to be picking up their bow. So for Rick, that isn't all that great. trying to think if or where Rick can make up any time here. So once again, both these runners have pretty much been doing really the exact same thing so far.
The question is
the only
when Arious goes to get the flippers. That's the big question, right?
Well, Arious already got the flippers. They were in
Oh,
total.
I'm blind. I'm completely blind. Wow. No, sorry, I meant the flute. If that's required. That might not be required, though. Uh-oh. This doesn't matter anymore. Oh, yeah, also, yeah, we know where the lamp is now. So that's good. We still need the boots, though. Where'd the boots at? Ice Palace, probably?
Ice Palace,
Could be on Armos or Pod. Because I don't think we checked Dark Maze, did we? Did we? No, we didn't.
Arious did, I believe. Cause
he did? Okay.
Right. I mean, we could even see with having the hook shot. We could even see Boots be in Misery Mire, which would then make the flute be required, which would be really great for Rick.
Flute was on Hobo. Rick, you have the bow. It's easy. Just go to Pod. There you go. Not sure what he waited there for. Please go to Ice Rod.
Yeah, he was probably deciding whether or not he wanted to clean up these two dungeons here or go back up to...
Ice Rod is in Pod. Boots and Mire is Rick's slim path. Yeah, I'd agree. Boots and Mire would be good, because Arious is gonna find the bow, he's gonna go do all the bow stuff, which is just the two dungeons. Clean up, while Rick has to do the full thing, so... Rick is definitely behind right now. Rick needs to luck out, I think, at this point.
Yeah, I think Boots being in Misery Mire would be the one thing that could, get Rick back in the lead if it takes Arious a while to go back and get the flute from the hobo. So at this point, I think that's one of the only things that can help Rick get back into this race.
Okay. This is gonna be a big deal, like, bro, the boots are go mode, I think, or at least are go mode. Oh, wow, boots could be at the bat.
Oh yeah, Boots could be a bat, which at that point
Which
we need to find the cape. Ooh.
Interesting. I kind of want that now. That's
so do I.
Oh, Rick was too close to the bomb.
Add just a little bit more troll to this seed, and I think, yeah, I kind of want that.
MM is basically Skullwoods, 2 chests, and painful when... Well, except Skullwoods isn't painful when it's required. At all. It's generally, like, it's basically the same as chucking, like, Hype Cave. It's almost the same, like... Because Hype Cave is actually kind of out of the way, almost. If it wasn't near a spawn point, it would be, like, really far out of the way.
Yeah, and Arious got a really nice clean kill on Argus, getting the 2 fire rod shots in the spin. That was really nice, that NMG strat.
Yeah, that's how you do it if you're playing optimally. We're doing right side pod.
Yeah, both of our runners have checked Desert Palace. They've both been in there. Got the one chest that they could grab right now, which I believe just hit the map. So with that, there is a that just tells both the runners that there's a key on the torch. Rick was the only one who did check that, which was the small key. So to the runners, that tells them immediately that they're going to need to find the boots to even consider going back in there. So Rick just picked up his ice rod. He's about ready to go into one of these dark rooms here.
Probably feeling pretty bad. May have just realized that. What? Oh, he lit it up. Interesting. Didn't want to stumble through here. May as well. I mean, you have to have magic.
I always forget about the torches in this dark room.
Huh.
Alright. Rick is going to be making his way through the dark maze here. And Arious looks like they're going to go and check the Bombos tablet. And just an air upgrade. So nothing aside from the bow. I mean, nothing else really coming out of Swamp Palace. So with that, Arious is likely going to go and do Eastern Palace and Palace of Darkness. That'll also open up the Fat Fairy for Arious as well to check. Having Turtle Rock out of the way. So really good decisions from Arious this race so far, I would say.
Yeah, he's just, well, except for that one time he, like, just kind of forgot about something. So yeah, he's gonna do this all without flute, though, so he might start bleeding time just in walk-in, but not much. But yeah, like somebody said, boots are what's important here. Who's ahead right now? Definitely Arious.
Yeah, I would say Arious is definitely ahead because Rick has, he already went through Turtle Rock without the ice rod, so he's got to go all the way back through Turtle Rock again, which is going to take some time. So even though he's ahead in Palace of Darkness right now, he does have to backtrack all the way through that dungeon. And then at that point, we'd have a really clear indicator as to who is ahead. But at this point, I think it's really safe to say that Arious is definitely in the lead. Let's see. So the point of input display, if I'm not mistaken, SRL, if you're using an emulator, it does like to see your inputs. Not required, but it is one of those things that if you are using an emulator, they, it's one thing that they do like to see.
Well, then that's more for games that you can gain an actual advantage that's not very noticeable. In this, if you're doing left, right, or up, down inputs, you will very, very quickly be noticed, because I believe you can just trigger EG literally anywhere. So is something in this game it's slightly less required. I think it's required on the leaderboards for like a top 10 time. You have to like show your inputs for like the regular game, but in randomizers you're really not going to get a difference because you'll just fall through the floor.
And Rick just found his boots. They're
Oh
on the
wow!
floor.
Oh no, that's really bad. That's really bad for Rick.
Oh yeah. That was really the only thing that was. Oh.
So we're in commentator's go mode. We'll actually very shortly be in go mode. Wow. That's killer. Oh, Rick, you know what? Rick is also in go mode.
Yeah. Rick is actually. Yeah, he is actually in go mode.
Rick is in go mode, so that's awesome. It's just this is not where he wanted to be in go mode.
I mean, the good thing for Rick, though, is that, you know, he can, when he goes back into Turtle Rock, he'll be able to combo that in straight into Ganon's tower.
They don't need the lamp. They already did, like, they've done, like, all the Dark Rooms already. They definitely do not need the lamp for this seed.
Yeah, at this point, the only other Dark Room for Rick, I believe, is the one he's coming up into right now, because there aren't any in Ganon's tower, so you really don't need the lamp for Ganon's tower, so you can Fire Rod.
So he's not far from the end. Blame. Why is he doing EP before finishing pod? That's a good question. That's actually a routing mistake. Or no, but he is the portal right there, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of preference.
Now, Arious is still going to do the bow side, because he doesn't know that he's not in go mode just yet, so Rick has a little bit of time to make up, like he's so here's a few things. Decreases menu in time? Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you, Ursula.
Yeah, that I do believe that Eastern is a little bit quicker of a check, so if he did perhaps say find boots here in Eastern, then that could save him some time in Palace of Darkness as well.
I think it's actually faster to, like, in this case, as you already done most of Turtle Rock. I think that this part of Turtle Rock is faster than Eastern, even when they're both in go mode. Eastern's pretty long. There's a lot of, especially without boots. With boots, fast. Without boots, slow. Oh, and he's gonna check the rest, so he's gonna continue on. Oh, no, he was double checking that he had the bid key or not. Okay, interesting. I don't blame him for not remembering. So one upside is Arious won't have the flute for any of this, so he will have to do save and quits and walk into destinations, while Rick will just be able to flute. So that is a little bit of time. Rick is still technically in this. I mean, Arious could have very poor execution in Jan's tower, for example. He could have poor execution in other parts of the dungeon.
Yeah. Wow. So this could actually come down to a Ganon's tower gamble.
When Rick is done, like Rick's Turtle Rock isn't going to take too long because he's checked everything. He just has to walk through the dungeon, which, admittedly, it's a long walk. Oh, and on somebody else also meant, like, and actually in this dungeon now, because we're having to go all the way over here, Rick is going to be able to use the mirror from that entrance to save time. There's our cape, so unfortunately we won't be getting the powder. But we at least have the cape for safety if they need it. There's the bid key, so he can actually just mirror out here, so that's going to be more time that that Arious is going to lose. So, this flute is saving him a little bit of time. Interesting.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting. Pointing that out. Yeah, that flute
Flute
is
on
definitely
Hobo.
gonna be.
So for people who haven't been here at the start, the major difference was that Rick did the forest early, which got him 300 extra money. So that 300 extra money has led him to do Hobo Fake Flipper because he had 500 versus the 200 that Arius had. The only thing that was there was Hobo having that. So at this point, all Arius has to do is beat Desert. And then go to GT. Rick has to beat. Also, other things that Arius could do is he could run into random enemies in his movement because he has to do slower movement. More chances of blocks. He's gonna have to sit and listen to the doo 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 song. Yeah, Rick's gonna be able to catch up fairly quickly compared to Arius because the flute is giving him some value. Now he can just flute out. Where is he doing? Oh, he was swapping to the hookshot now.
Wow, so this is actually gonna be really close. A lot closer than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, I wouldn't say this is extremely like Rick's probably behind like 3 minutes, I think. Oh, he didn't even check the other room. Has he hasn't been to no, he definitely hasn't been to Desert yet.
Arius said he came in and got the map out of that first chest in here and figured it out earlier. Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't remember him doing that. So he's had to listen to the hymn twice.
Yeah.
Arius has cleared TR. It is somewhat hard to tell. Huh? Nope. Yeah, you can't do that. You're not at the right entrance. I think he thought he was at the other entrance. Because that's so common in Randomizer.
Yeah, it's really rare that you actually come in through the intended entrance when you're doing Randomizer, because a lot of times you get that mirror and access to the Mire area really quickly and aren't really forced to come in through the traditional way using the book.
We also just never found the lamp. It's definitely in purple chest.
Yeah, at this point I think that's really the only other place left. Unless we're missing something, which I don't think we are.
No, I'm pretty sure we've seen everything else. It can't be. It can't be at Ice Palace. So Dan, if you are enjoying what you're seeing, I believe both these runners. I don't know how much Rick or Arius streams, but I'm sure that they both do some amount of randomizer other than this. And you'll still see them in the tournament, so feel free to follow the runners if you want.
Yeah, I do believe Rick is also in the Zelda 1 tournament as well. So.
He's actually the lead commentator for that. I believe he does a lot of the organizing for that tournament, as well as this secondary tournament. Rich streams often enough? I wasn't sure. Yeah, Z1 Rando, if you've never seen it before, you should. It's very good. Z1 Randomizer is very confusing to me, but some of the play is very cool. I don't know what's happening most of the time. So Arius saving Quinn into the mountain, because he has no flute.
Oh wow, this is gonna be actually really close. Because Arious has to go up the mountain. Rick is gonna be right next to Ganon's tower. Wow, this is gonna be really, really close.
Okay, trying to. Yeah, he's not even far behind. Like, jeez.
I would say just a matter of seconds.
Like, we'll see. Well, it will really depend on when he leaves the cutscene. I think people really, like... I think people maybe were, like, underestimated how much... Like, I was thinking that, like... So I mentioned it. I thought the flute was just save time. I didn't think it was just save this much time. They... Oh, especially since he's gonna chase this fairy around. That fairy trolls really hard. Wow. Wait, Rick might be ahead.
Oh my goodness.
Rick might be ahead. Oh, no, Rick isn't ahead. They are... It's like 2 seconds. It's like 2 seconds.
Oh my
difference.
goodness.
Rick's like 2 seconds behind.
This is insane.
Oh. Oh.
So, let's see.
Rick is deaf ahead. New York Rambler, I think you need to get your eyes checked.
Yeah, they're about...
Rick is not ahead.
Yeah, they're about 5 seconds apart right now.
Oh, they're both playing different strats! This is the best!
Oh, this is gonna... Oh, wow.
Oh.
Who's gonna find it first? I even forgot about our game. This has been so exciting. Oh, wow. Oh, Rick is gonna do Dark Magician.
Yep, he's gonna do this, and he's just gonna ignore fighting these guys because these guys suck. Everyone hates them. Still tries to kill one of them because it's in his way, but he's gonna have a mirror right here. This only saves time, though, I think, if it's in like one of the first chests. Okay, so now, oh, how far is Arious gonna go with this right side? Just gonna pick up this key?
Yeah, looks like he's gonna go. Wow. How great would it be if it was actually on Armos?
That would
Or behind
save
Armos.
time for Rick, I think. If it's in Rando Room, Rick is completely screwed. Because this route is much longer to get the last chest. It's the slowest route if it's on left side. Yeah, so if it's oh, it's not in. Okay, so here's one of the big ones. Is it going to be in this chest here? Oh, see, this is another thing. If execution, oh, they both fell. Okay, so I'd say if execution, that's another way that these artists could lose. Oh my gosh, please don't die. You have the cape too, which means Dark Magician shots very easy. Dark Magician shots without cape really suck, honestly.
Yeah. That firebar room is a nightmare.
Doing the bop strat to get over there. And then
man,
dash through here.
We're gonna see where this big key is here in just a matter of seconds. Oh.
Armos is going to take a little bit longer than Rando Room. That's why this strat's really only good if it's in, like, the if it's in the Stallchild room. Stalfos room. Darn whoever kept saying Stallchild the other day. That's not a real name of an enemy. Fun fact, if Bob is circling on you...
What comes down to this?
Mm,
Well, I mean, it could also be in tile room, but
I don't know who hits tile room fastest with these routes.
Butter Sword.
Oh, so we might never see
Oh!
Butter Sword. Oh no, this is the worst for Rick. This is awful. No. Oh no.
Oh wow.
I mean, Dad, I could say that about like left side only. When it's in, what if you do like all left side including the first two right side chests, then it's in the right side 4 chests, then you're just screwed. It's like, oh, I hate traditional route because I got screwed once. Can't really say that. Oh, Rick having the same problems with that room. Man, this came down like this was so crazy. This match. This Stelfos is like actually screwing up both of them really hard. I don't know what's happening there. Neither runner could handle that guy.
But you know what? This is the kind of race I like to see. A routing decision and something like Ganon's Tower making all the difference.
I mean, I like it better when both runners are taking the same route because then it's an execution fight at the end. I think that's the best. I won't lie when I say that I would like. I am more excited for the NMG tournament that's probably going to happen in the spring than I am for the standard tournament because watching people play this game at high level is insane.
Yeah.
If you don't watch this game like as a regular speedrun every once in a while, you're doing yourself a disservice. Like, I think that everybody who enjoys Randomizer should like watch, especially runners, because you will learn so much watching a sub 130 like NMG player.
Yeah, that's actually what got me into the Randomizer. I started watching some NMG and came across Randomizer.
Oh, he checked slightly less chests. He's only the gauntlet behind right now.
Yeah, and you know, Arious has got several cycles here on this Lammola, so that's allowing Rick to catch up a little bit.
Yeah, the only problem is that there's like no way to actually screw up Ganon because these runners are like stacked. So, this is going to depend on how good Arious is at like adding him. If he's really bad at adding him, or adding him just like he's just not good with the patterns given to him, he could still lose. But like honestly, at this point, it's sort of set.
Yeah,
which is unfortunate. Just because, like, that's why I don't like GT gambles. I wish GT was more linear. Because sometimes I hate seeing runners lose to GT routes. It just feels bad to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say either that or Moldorm, because we did see him fall a couple times to Moldorm and Tower of Hera. So
yeah, that's true.
I mean, not to wish anything.
The chests.
Yeah, I mean, not to wish anything negative, but just trying to find a way that Rick could, you know, make up this little bit of time from the routing decision.
Oh, he glitches the thing. Oh, he does check an extra. What? Oh, he's looking for like a quarter heart. Interesting.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what his quarter hearts are at. I actually usually try to keep track of that in my own runs. Like, is it worth? So that way I know if it's worth it to check extra chests while in go mode. Like if I'm low on health.
Moldorm, please.
It was so spooky. Okay, say that don't check that chest. That was useless, and you wasted so much time. He was like dancing with it.
And Rick having a
Also-
rather quick Lamolus fight.
There's a lot of money in that chest. I'm gonna have to ask him if he forgot about, like, checking the forest, because he just never checked it, even with the mirror while in Skull Woods.
Oh wow, I didn't even realize that.
I'm pretty sure he never checked the forest. Oh no, he did go back and check it, I think. Never mind. Oh, yeah, see, that could have been a triple. Where are you going? That's not
That's the
Adnan.
third one.
The real one was underneath the other fake one, buddy. See, this is a way that you could lose a lot of time. That was a very interesting way to fight Adnan.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Rick, he had to go back and pick up the little bit of extra magic there because didn't have enough to do this torch room here.
Oh, I thought he didn't know enough again. I was like, no way. 120021. Not the cleanest Adnan. Getting sniped by an eye laser after picking up 1 heart.
Now, I don't think we've seen Arious use their blue potion yet, have they?
I don't know. I don't remember what bottles the runners got. Yeah, just dip. Yeah. You don't even have to hit the switch. What? Where are you? Oh my gosh, where are we going? Why are we checking these chests, runners? I don't know what's happening here. Also, like, we're already on phase 3 for Arious.
Yeah. And we are into phase
Fall
4.
to Ganon, though, would be devastating. Or a death. He is like a hit behind. He could die. He's only got 4 hearts.
Yeah, I think that's what, 2 bat hits or a hug?
Or one hug. Ganon's hugs are deadly. Oh no, he's got this. Oh,
Yep,
maybe
just
not?
one more silver.
Oh! Oh no! Okay, you gotta be careful there. You can't just... Okay, he's good.
So close.
Okay, if Ganon really looked like he was about to release a fireball there, so...
Yeah. That was
GG.
really close there at the end.
I'll let you the honors of saying his time once he enters the door. That was really well played. That was very close. Pretty much synced entrances to GT and just a route in difference.
And with that, Arious has finished with an SRL time of 1 hour, 48 minutes, and 18 seconds. So GG to Arious.
Let's see if he comes in for an interview or not.
Alright, so we will have Arious in here just a moment for the interview. Meanwhile, Rick entering in his Ganon's fight with 1 heart. So it's going to be a little bit tricky here. With that cape, it makes it rather safe here. So got plenty of magic with the cape and the fireworks. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe they have a green potion as well. So
This was a really close one. I liked it. Oh, Arious is in the run room. Hello, Arious.
Hello. Where was the lantern?
Well, I don't know. It's probably in I think it's in like Bob's chest, but like you really don't know.
Well, it can't be in Bob's chest because didn't we need it somewhere?
Nope,
No?
nope. You don't need mirror to do that.
Oh, sorry, not mirror. I don't care about mirror. I mean lantern. Where's the lantern?
Yeah, it's in Bob's chest.
The
Yeah,
lantern.
yeah, we're thinking it has to be in the purple chest. Neither of you found the lantern.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty sure it's in purple chest. We just don't know though.
What is Scary Seed? I felt really silly because I double dipped Eastern and Pod. Did AdirondackRick do that?
Only because no. Yes, he did because you had to. You had to double dip.
Oh, that's good because I don't remember.
The ice rod was there, and everything else was like locked behind. Like that seed was weird. It wasn't like confusing. Rick got trolled by getting flute early from a hobo. You never went to the forest like early, right? Did you ever actually go to the Lost Woods?
Yeah, I did that on my way to the Dark World.
Yeah. So he did Lost Woods like early because like on his way up because you guys basically had the same early route into like Lost Woods. And when he went to Lost Woods, he got 300 rupees, so he did a fake flip and had a very, very good fake flip.
I didn't have the money for it, so I was like, well, I'm just going to move on with my life.
So yeah, he had the flute the whole time. You had a very, 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 very different routes. Like after that, once you got that flute, it was just like two totally different video games.
It must have been nice to have the flute everywhere. I walked everywhere.
Yeah, no, we chat, and almost we too thought you were like way ahead, and then turns out you save a absolute butt ton of time if you have to walk to desert.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, he saved a lot of time, pretty much right there.
And I walked there twice because I wanted to know if the boots were required or not.
He doubled it Turtle Rock, and he was still. You guys are still only 4-second difference.
I didn't double dip Turtle Rock. I did all of Death Mountain at once.
Yep.
Did he get the hook shot when I did, or?
No, he got hook shot after he got. He went to Death Mountain, and then because he had the flute, right? So he went to Death Mountain early.
Right.
Entered Turtle Rock because he had the fire rod and he had the cane. He had everything to enter and check everything, but Trinex did that. So.
That's crazy because I was like, this fire rod makes me feel like I haven't gotten anything from it yet. Except for like, I was like, okay, because it probably doesn't mean fire rod leads me to Death Mountain because it can't, realistically speaking. Yep. So I was like, I wonder if there's something in. I was expecting the lantern.
Hey, Rick.
In Moth. Rick's here.
Rick is here.
Rick.
Yes, GG, Rick.
Yeah, good game.
Great race there.
What a seed.
Yeah.
You got flute and I didn't.
Rick, we cannot hear you if you're talking.
I am not talking at this moment. Go ahead.
Okay, no worries. If you're wondering where the lamp was, we don't know. Nobody got it.
So you did a darkless or lampless seed too.
I did. I'm really interested. I might.
Fluteless.
I was like, because you needed lamp to get crystals, so it has to be fairly early on. But you would. I don't even know how the logic wants you to go.
It probably wanted you to save and quit for the smiths, and then save and quit for the purple chest to get lamp to continue the seed, and go up Death Mountain and do the stuff on Death Mountain.
So I was just not doing that. I was like, it's either one of these stupid chests that I'm not checking, or I'm gonna play it in the dark. I don't care.
Yeah, you guys are actually. So you guys are actually 4 seconds behind, or apart, entering GT, and the route decisions in GT basically solidified it, unfortunately.
Which way did Rick go?
I went Dark Magician route, and then I went on straight to the Armoses.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I went right side for the 2 chests, and then I went all the way to the 4 chests, and then I mirrored out, so...
Yeah, I think that's pretty much where I lost this race, was deciding to go further and further. It's like I'm hoping that it's at the back end, and when it didn't, that ended that race.
I was really uncomfortable, though. I had, like, no potions, so I quickly thought when I was going into Dark World to go to get in this tower, I was like, wait a second, I'm gonna bonk these rocks and get a fairy. Like, whew, that was... I didn't get a single potion. Well, I got 1 potion the entire game. Slowly. I was so scared for a lot of it. I was like, a death here is probably really bad. But good race. Thanks for the race, man. Apparently it was really tight. I bet you they had lots of fun watching it.
No, we actually didn't think it was very tight until, like, because this whole seed just seemed like Rick was behind, but I don't think he was ever actually that far behind thanks to the flute. Now that I'm thinking about it, the flute saved you so much time. Especially, you guys entered go mode within like a minute of each other. Rick entered it first and had to do Turtle Rock and Desert. Well, you only had to do Desert, Arious, but you had to walk everywhere. So in all of that walk-in time, Rick was able to do his second trip into Turtle Rock and complete it. It was really nice.
I was sitting there planning my next bunch of moves in pod. I was at K. I'm like, do I get Fat Fairy first, or do I go do all the swimming stuff that I haven't done yet? I don't know. And then Boots, I was like, frig yeah! Ooh, 3:32 menu time. That's not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, it's like I got the boots out of Helmassar, and I'm like, jeez, really? Oh, okay, I guess we're not getting the lamp. The entire seed, because I got the flute at a relatively early time, the entire time I'm running through that seed, like wondering where the entire loophole is going to close up. And then all of a sudden I get flippers and Turtle Rock, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, we all went like, where's this lamp? It has to be a purple chest. Like, if one of you can check that either. With Arious, you're done. You could check that real quick. I'm very curious. It kind of has to be there. Actually, it takes you longer because you have to walk there, but it has to be there. Was there anywhere else in the overworld that you guys didn't check?
Early?
Yeah.
I don't think
like,
so.
Only Dark World, only, like... Because almost everything was lamp-locked in the sea, technically. You had the hammer, the mirror, the fire rod were, like, not. So...
Yeah, I don't know. It was quite the seed, though. I really thought I was behind there for a bit. I was like, oh, I double-dipped both Pod and Eastern. Ugh.
Yeah, I double-dipped Turtle Rock because I went all the way to the laser bridge hoping to get lucky with the ice rod.
Oh, I had the ice rod for that. I don't know where it was.
It was Pod.
Oh, yeah, okay, so that ended up being okay. Wow, that was relatively good.
Right, I forgot it counts the flute to the pyramid as one flute use in the stats. Thank you, chat, for pointing that out.
One flute use? Oh yeah, because I didn't have a flute. What?
No, it counts the flight to the pyramid as a flute use.
Yeah, you're gonna always have one times fluted at the very least.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like I was like, man, where did I sequence break? I was all game. I was like, man, I'm just gonna keep going, but like at some point in time, the sequence has to stop, and then I feel like I'm concerned because
that's exactly how my seed felt like. I'm trying to figure out where is this all gonna come together. Where is this loophole that I get the flute from going to close up for me?
Because like around flippers, I was getting super concerned. I was like, is that the last item in go mode? Like, is flippers go mode? I didn't, because I figured, because I already had the bow at that point. Because yeah, so I was like, because I don't want to keep looking for items when it's behind me, right? Like, so that was interesting. It was a great seed. I'm really glad we got this seed.
Yeah.
I got to practice all my dark rooms, which was nice.
Well, no, you didn't get to practice Misery Mire.
That's true, thankfully. What, did you check Misery Mire's coin?
Yeah, it was Ether, wasn't it?
Ooh, I wonder if you were tempted to go in there. I bet you that would have been tempting.
I didn't think about it, but I was like, no, I really can't be anything there that's going to help me out at this point.
I was really concerned. I was like, if the flip, I was right. So like the flute was early, then Lantern wasn't necessary for Death Mountain. I was like, oh boy. I was like, man, this guy's gonna be so far ahead of me if he has flute. And you did have flute, but luckily my Hod.
I think the thing that would have like just made this game completely lopsided is if flute was in Misery Mire.
Boom, Lantern.
Boots. Oh, it is Lantern? Yay! Hey, chat, we got Lantern.
Why did I say it?
Just the purple chest?
Yeah, that's awful.
It is awful.
Wow,
That's actually
double
the worst.
required save and quit.
I'm glad
Yeah.
I quit that.
Required save and quit mirror. Good job, Seed. You did it. You did it.
I think our next round is on Tuesday, right, Rick?
Yeah, Tuesday night, 6:30, and it's gonna be a little more pressure filled now.
So if anybody wants to watch round 2, that's when we're playing. Selfless plug.
Well, you guys can always type in !ALTTP, which was entered up above. You can do that, and that'll give you the ability to see the schedule for both the primary and secondary tournament on the same page. If you liked what you saw from the runners, you can follow them. They both do ALTTP. I know Rick does Z1 well. Also, watch the Zelda 1 tournament, too. That's cool Zelda thing. You should do that.
Watch all the Zeldas.
Yeah. There's a Zelda 2 randomizer, too. Not everyone knows that. That randomizer was, like, pretty popular for a while.
That's
Like,
awesome.
even before Zelda 3 got popular. I saw way more people playing Zelda 2, like, a year or two, like a year and a half ago. And so many Zelda 2 randomizer runners.
Don't forget to follow the commentators on this and... Oh, I forgot your name.
Echoes.
Echoes?
Yeah.
And our restreamer is Nora Istra? Something like that, right?
I say Noristra.
I butcher names all the time. Everyone messes up my name, though, so it's okay. I'm Arious, not Arious, if anybody's wondering. It's all good. Everyone messes it up all the time.
So, for today, there's no more secondary tournament. There will be one at like 10:30 a.m. I hope that one gets restreamed, because early matches are nice for people to watch, but I don't know who's up for that. Then there's a bunch tomorrow. One doubleheader for race 1 and 2, and then the main tournament, there is one in a few hours from now at 11 p.m. Mike the V versus Zero Rush will happen at 11 p.m. Doesn't have a channel yet, but I assume Speed Gaming. It will be on Speed Gaming. It could actually end up on this channel. Very small possibility if for some reason Speed Gaming's full. So we will see. Peace out, everyone. I think that's good. Unless the runners have anything else they want to say.
No, thanks a lot for commentating and restreaming. That's it for me. Bye, guys.
Thank you, guys.
No,
All
thank
right, have
you
a
for
great
running.
night. Great race.